Hey everybody, we're back with another talk of the day, doing a tip of the day. Now we're using the same backdrop. This is more or less just because I have it there and I can use it. Anyways, for this talk of the day, we're going to talk about burnout. And this is kind of one of those ironic things, as I suffer from burnout just about as much as almost everybody else does. But when we're talking about burnout, we're talking about this experience that people have a tendency to do, especially programmers, of where you overwork yourself to the point when you run out of the will to keep working. No matter how hard you try to push yourself, no matter how much motivation you try to pour in, how much you try to force yourself, you can't go on. You can't force yourself to do that one more line of code, that one more task, that one more piece of content, model, text, or whatever. And you end up in this state where you can't really do anything. You are just kind of have to deal with it. And there's multiple different ways to kind of deal with burnout and get through it and avoid it. But the concept I just want to talk about burnout in general is that the way you end up getting to burnout is you work and 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 you keep working, and you never take time as you need it. I know I've done another video on taking time and everything else and taking your time doing things, but this does apply to it. It's within the same realm of thing. When you're working, you want to make sure you take breaks. When you make a piece of content, and I know people will be like, oh, but I gotta stay in the zone when I code. That's cool, just find out a way to get in the zone quicker. What you don't want to do is get stuck in the zone and work yourself 40 hours straight. And I've seen people do this, and I've done it myself. Work 40 hours straight without any type of break, without going and getting food, without sleeping and whatever, and you hit the end of that 40 hours and you crash and you sleep for 12 hours. You get up the next day feeling so horrible and you can't do anything. And that's when you hit the burnout state. And that's exactly how it works most of the time. But it can end up happening to you even in smaller cases and smaller examples. So when you're working, you want to take breaks. And this is the kind of the concept behind where you get like the 15-minute break for every couple hours you work on a job. So you work a few hours, take a 10-15-minute break, work a couple more hours, go get lunch, work a few more hours, take another break, work a few more hours, and then call it a day. You don't want to be working yourself longer than you need to. I mean, there's some days you're going to have to just because deadlines and whatever, but on a normal day, just work a few hours, get what you need done, like focus and prioritize as needed, and when you're done with work, go take a break, go do something else, enjoy life, get some sleep, eat, whatever, come back, do work the next day. And when you do this, your likelihood of getting burnout just decreases, almost drops out to zero. If you get a reliable habit of this and you sleep and eat reliably, you take your breaks reliably, you'll find that you won't actually burn out. But if you work yourself really hard into a steep grind and you just force yourself into a problem after problem after problem, I know some of you are going to continue doing this long after you see this video, but it's something to keep in mind that even just take small breaks. Like take small breaks to rest your eyes, take small breaks to maybe go read your email or go get some food, or stock up on beverages, or do something other than work for a few seconds, and then take that few seconds to stretch it to a few minutes. And then eventually you'll find yourself doing those short breaks reliably, and you'll find your energy's a lot higher, and your work efficiency's a lot better, and your mood probably even improve, and you won't end up hitting these burnout states. Anyways, hopefully that has helped you, and I'll be back with more of these videos, content, and other things.